Hello and welcome everyone to the College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair for the Ohio Association. We want to thank you all for joining us this evening and hope you had a great day so far. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can all use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are turned off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions for later this evening, or also there's a bunch tomorrow. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website in which you registered. Now, with that being said, I would like to turn it over to our first presenter of the evening, and that is Michigan Technological University.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Good evening, everyone. My name is Lauren Flanagan, and I am your admissions counselor from Michigan Tech. Thanks for joining us tonight. Oh, I guess I should share my screen. I'm so sorry. Hold on just a second. All right, so happens when you go first. All right, so we will, of course, keep this brief tonight. I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview, but at the end, you'll have my contact information. So when you have more questions, you can follow up with me later. Who is Michigan Tech? Well, we are a mid-sized public university in the state of Michigan. We're in the beautiful Upper Peninsula. Who are our students? Just some quick facts for you. We have just over 7,000 7,000 total students on our campus. They come from all over the country and really all over the world. Average GPA of our freshmen is about 3.78. Average test score is about 1260 or 27 ACT, though those aren't minimum requirements. We'll talk about those in a minute. But we're truly that small campus feel, 25 students per class on average. Most of our classes are taught by professors, so you got that great access. And we got some great outcomes, 97% job placement in your chosen field with an average starting salary of just over $66,000 per year. So quick facts, fun facts, but let's dig in a little bit. One thing I love about Michigan Tech, and that sets us apart from some places, from a lot of places, I think, is just that every single student gets to learn by experiencing, whether it's research, whether it's study abroad, whether it's our unique enterprise program where students work in teams to essentially run a company for a year or even two. You will graduate with a resume of experiences of things you've already gotten to do. And that's part of what makes our grads so marketable in the job market, is that they've done the work that they're going to be expected to do out there in the world. How do you apply for admission? The good news is it's super easy. It's free. We don't have any essays, no personal statements. It's a quick, free online form. We just need your official transcript, test scores if you have them, but they're not required for admission for the class of 2022, and we think beyond as well. Once you apply for admission, it takes 2 to 3 weeks to hear back from us typically, so it is that rolling admission process. What we look for typically is a 2.75 high school GPA or higher. That's a minimum. Again, I mentioned on the first slide that our average student comes in with about a whole point higher than that, about a 3.78. Minimum, if you do have test scores, we do look for an 1110 on the SAT or a 22 ACT. Don't worry about those right now because you might not need them when you apply. But if you have them, do send them because we will use them for scholarships and other things as well. Every single week, maybe even every day, I get the question, oh no, my freshman year grades were pretty bad, but I've improved over time. Is that going to hurt me? No, we look at trends. We look at the courses you've taken. We're not just looking strictly at your GPA and test scores. We're going to look at the whole context of what you've done in high school for admission. Total cost for a student who's outside of Michigan is just over $51,000 per year. I am not going to sit here and tell you that Michigan Tech is a cheap college. We're not trying to be cheap. We're trying to provide a world-class education. So please know that the cost you see on the screen is not typically not what you're going to pay. Most of our students, about 98%, have scholarships and financial aid. So the money's there. We'll help you through it. The very first step, though, is just to apply for admission so that we can get your foot in the door, and then we can help you find all the ways to qualify for financial aid and scholarships. And I'm just realizing I forgot to start my timer, so hopefully I don't go too far over here. Merit scholarships are awarded typically automatically. They range from $10,000 per year to $16,000 per year based on grades and test scores if you have them. But we also have other scholarships you can apply separately for, like our Leading Scholar Award. That's a chance at a full ride, has an October 15th deadline of your senior year. So it's pretty early in the process, but it's a full ride. It's full tuition, full room and board, and a little extra each year for books. So keep that in mind as you head into your senior year, that one is really worth applying for. Lots of other scholarship opportunities. I'm not going to go into the details today, but whether you're majoring in business or you've done first robotics, or maybe you've done a summer program on our campus, chances are there's a scholarship you can apply for. We've got great sports, great athletics program. We're NCAA Division II with most of our sports, but we do have a D1 men's hockey program. And we also have an esports program at the varsity level. And yes, we do award scholarships for esports. So we're really excited about esports. It's pretty new. We're in our second year, first year competing, second year with the program. And so that's been really, really exciting on our campus. We are going to start broadcasting pretty soon on Discord. So check that out. What makes Michigan Tech unique? Part of it is our location. We're in the Upper Peninsula in an absolutely beautiful setting. You can experience so many things in the UP, like free skiing and snowboarding and golfing, and that's all included in your tuition. Winter Carnival is probably our favorite annual tradition. As you can imagine, in the Upper Peninsula, it gets pretty cold. We get a lot of snow, but our students really celebrate that quite a bit. Broomball is a fun sport. I see Kelsey popped in, so my time's running out. Parade of Nations, we have an amazingly diverse student body, and we like to celebrate that every year with our Parade of Nations, which is exactly what it sounds like. Homecoming is a great tradition as well. It doesn't always go well, these cardboard boat races, but they have a lot of fun. That's my contact information. Again, my name is Lauren. I am, as an Ohio student, I am your dedicated contact person. So feel free to snap a picture of my email address. You can text me, call me. Any way you want to get in touch with me, I'm excited to help you out. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Lauren. Next up, we have the University College Dublin.
All right. Let me get this started for you guys. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Kendall Hook. I am a representative for University College Dublin. I am actually here in the US. So I'm located in New York City, but I'm here representing UCD, which is actually in Dublin, Ireland. So it's a little bit farther away. You may be just starting your college search process and may not have considered going abroad for college. So why would you choose Ireland? Why would you even look at Dublin? I don't know if you have friends or family who've been to Ireland, but I can confirm that Ireland is an incredibly safe, friendly, and welcoming country. It's commonly ranked as the world's friendliest country, and it is often in the top 10 best student cities in the world. Dublin is. It's an incredibly youthful, vibrant population. It's not too big, it's not overwhelming. It has excellent public transportation. It is English speaking, so you don't have to worry about that language barrier for your academics. And it's also a very globally connected and multicultural society for being an island. People are coming from all over the world to attend universities in Ireland. Dublin itself has over half of Ireland's international student population. But Dublin is also the European headquarter hub. So you have companies like Google, Facebook, Airbnb, LinkedIn, etc. They have their headquarters in Dublin, so that A, provides great networking opportunities, but B, is bringing people from all over the world into Ireland. About UCD, we are We were founded in 1854, so we are one of Ireland's oldest universities. We're not the oldest university, but we are one of them. But we are happy to say that we are ranked #1 in Ireland again. So we're in the top 1% of universities worldwide. So when you go abroad to UCD for your undergrad education, you're going to come back to the US and your degree is going to mean something. It's going to transfer, and we also have the name recognition and the alumni population in the US as well. We are the largest and the most international school in Ireland. So we have roughly 30 to 33,000 students on campus, and about 30% of those are international, with hundreds of US students on campus every year. I'll touch on the degrees in a little bit, but we have a comprehensive range of degrees. And we are the largest urban campus in Europe. So between the student body size and the way our campus is set up, we feel very similar to a large public institution here in the US. We have all the amenities that you may be used to here in the US. So we have a great recreational facility, we have libraries to all the different academic departments on campus. We have really great facilities, like in a brand new science building, a student life center. That student life center is the hub for all of our student organizations and sports clubs. So we do have a great, robust student life like you would find here in the US. I think it's like over 130 clubs and organizations. So whether you are interested in like the Harry Potter Society or you want to join the soccer club, that is a really great way to plug in and form friendships at UCD. An interesting fact I just learned is that UCD has over 70 soccer teams, which is crazy. I don't know any other school that has over 70 soccer teams, but we have tons of opportunities to get plugged in and make those lifelong friends. We do have on-campus housing, which is not totally common for many overseas institutions, but we have about 3,000 students that live on campus, and we do guarantee all of our first-year international students housing on campus. It will feel more like an apartment. So you have your own single bedroom with a closet, bed, desk, and you share a common facility with a smaller group of students. So like living room, kitchen, bathrooms with about 4 other students. We have a comprehensive range of degree plans, A to Z, architecture to zoology. Many of them are world ranked. So there are a lot of great programs to choose from. I would say that a big difference is we don't have general education requirements. So you would apply directly to the program you want to study. So if you want to be an English major, you apply directly to English. You can jump in, start it right away, and you never have to take another science again. That's great if you know what you want to do. But if you don't, we have a unique program called the Liberal Arts and Sciences program. That program allows you flexibility to test out classes in a couple of colleges and then ultimately decide what you want to pursue at the end of year 1 or year 2. So if you don't know exactly what you want to do yet, it's okay. The Liberal Arts and Sciences program is a great option. There's 2 ways to apply. You can apply directly on our website, but you can also apply through the Common App. Special shout out to the Common App because it makes it really easy for you. And you can choose the programs that you want to apply to through that method as well. We aren't a holistic admissions process. We do focus primarily on academics. We had flexibility with certain programs this year in terms of testing. We're still trying to figure out what that looks like for 2022. Applications open October 1st, and we are technically rolling until July 1st, but I would highlight the priority deadline of December 1st if you want to apply for scholarships. So we have a lot of scholarships just for international students that range between 10 to 100% of tuition. About 80% of our students receive some sort of monetary award. And overall, all in, UCD is about $40,000 a year. So that is less expensive than going out of state to school or to a private school here in the US. And importantly, we do accept US federal aid. So this is my contact information. Hope you learned a little something about a school you might not have heard of before across the pond. And if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out.
Thank you so much, Kendall. We're going to move on to our 3rd school, and that is Goldsmiths, University of London.
Hey everyone, we're gonna hop across the Irish Sea to jolly old England and talk about Goldsmiths, University of London. So my name's Will. I am the International Officer for the Americas at Goldsmiths. I'm based in Brooklyn, New York. And the university is quite old. We were founded in 1891, and we've been part of University of London since 1904. We have about 10,000 students on our campus, quite international. We're among the top 60 international universities in the world. We also have about more than half of our student body are students of color, a very sizable LGBTQ population on campus, also a sizable first generation population, and about anywhere between 375 and 400 Americans on campus every year. So you're definitely not alone if you come over to Goldsmiths. We've also committed ourselves to our Green New Deal, and we are aiming for 90% carbon neutrality by 2025. And to that end, we've banned beef on our campus, single-use plastics, and we're really committed to this as an institution. So as the name might suggest, we're obviously located in London, which is the largest city in Europe, mega city of about 12 million people. It's an amazing place to study. We have, 3/4 of Fortune 500 companies are headquartered in London for their European headquarters. We have an amazing financial center, advised with New York for sort of relevancy in the cultural context as well. We have hundreds of museums and galleries, an amazing theater district on the West End. There's really something for everyone. Every band will come through London for an amazing concert at one of our music venues. So it's really a great spot to kind of spend your undergraduate years. We also have amazing cuisine. People come from all over the world and immigrate to London. It's not just tea and fish and chips. So our campus is located about 15 minutes from the center of the city. It makes great access for internships and work placements. Our campus is a single site campus. We have a movie theater on our campus, a public museum. There's tons of different restaurants, coffee shops, always something to do. Our college green right in the middle there is a great place to hang out on a sunny day. And we do have a residence halls located both on and off campus. So super convenient to walk to class. Our academics focus mostly on the fine and performing arts, social sciences, humanities. We have a law school, school of education, social work, etc. And 10 of our 18 departments are among the top 100 in the world. We're extremely well known for communication and media. We're number 7 in the world and top in the UK for that. And that includes our journalism and film schools. We're also number 3 in the UK and 14 in the world for art and design. And we are number 21 in the UK for the quality and international significance of our research. And as undergraduate students, you can absolutely undertake research from the first year. Here's a non-exhaustive listing of our academic programs across our 3 faculties. We've about 70 undergraduate degree programs at Goldsmiths. And similar to Ireland, the UK education system is a 3-year degree program. We do have the potential to earn both a bachelor and master's in 4 years, as most of our master's programs are 1 year in length. So just like my colleague in Dublin, we do have sort of shorter, more focused degrees, no core curriculum or general education requirements. And you do also have a post-study work visa in the UK, which will allow you to remain in the country for up to 2 years after you graduate. Our entry requirements are quite straightforward. This year and next year, we've gone test optional, so you'll just need that unweighted 3.0 GPA. But for any current sophomores or freshmen in the room, you might want to pay attention to those test scores just in case we still require those, but you have a long way to go for that. You'll apply through UCAS, which is the University and College Application Service. It's a direct application to a degree program. So if you're looking to study psychology, you apply directly to psychology, etc. Our application opens every year on the 1st of September, and the priority deadline is January 15th each year. You get to choose up to 5 universities or programs to apply to on UCAS, so it is a limit, but it's only about $30 US to apply to 5 schools, so quite cheap. The total cost of attendance at Goldsmiths typically ranges from about $36,000 to $39,000 US, and that includes travel costs, accommodation, tuition, pretty much everything actually. We are you can use federal direct loans at Goldsmiths, and we do give out international scholarships as well. So definitely inquire about those. And our accommodation is either on or off campus. You can live on your own, and most of our second and third year students do, but we do guarantee housing in the first year for international students. And we have about 1,400 rooms on our campus. It's suite style living, very similar to UCD. So you'll have your own room with your own bathroom, and then you'll share a kitchen and living space with other students. And we do put a lot of emphasis on careers and your future at Goldsmiths. We have about 1,500 work placements and internships annually, and you'll have support from the Career Service for 3 years after you graduate. We also have 3,000 alumni in the US. So if you are looking to come back, it's a great network already. And we do also have an enterprise hub opening on campus this spring, which will act as a business incubator. So it's a really great opportunity for students to start their own business. About 15% of our students do actually start their own business within a year of graduation. We have one of the highest entrepreneurial rates in London. So thank you so much for, that's my timer going off, for allowing me to present. Please connect with us on social media at Goldsmiths UOL, and my email address is also listed.
Thank you so much, Will. The fourth school we are going to go to is Lawrence Technological University.
Thank you so much. Go ahead and share my screen here. Hello, everyone. I am Sean McNiff. I'm an admissions counselor here at Lawrence Technological University, and the areas that I'm responsible for recruiting are going to be Southwest Michigan, but also the great state of Ohio. So a little bit about Lawrence Tech. We were actually founded by George and Russell Lawrence in 1932 when we were established as Lawrence Institute of Technology. We were originally founded in the building that was adjacent from the Henry Ford plant, and it was actually where the Model Ts were assembled. We are located in Southfield, Michigan, which is in like the Metro Detroit area. So we're founded on what's called theory and practice, and that's taking what you're learning in the classroom and putting it into real world situations. So some ways that you can do that at Lawrence Tech would be through senior projects or quest projects, things like our Blue Devil Motorsports, where you get to build, race, and design these motorized vehicles. Additionally, there are labs and studios throughout our entire campus that you're going to be able to use, and those are even used at the undergraduate level. They're not just for graduate students. All of this is based around the idea of real world applications. So taking what you're learning in the classroom and putting that into real world situations. Lawrence Tech by the numbers. So we have 3,000 total students, 2,000 of which are undergraduate and 1,000 graduate. We have 43 states and 48 countries that are represented as well. Additionally, we have an alumni network of 30,000 plus as well. The learning environment. So students are going to be admitted directly into their major, and you will actually start taking courses within your major your first semester. What this means is that you don't have to wait 2 or 3 years just to get into your major to start taking those classes. You start taking them immediately. The courses themselves are going to be taught by faculty only. We also have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We have honors programs, service learning programs, as well as study abroad and service abroad too. At Lawrence Tech, when we say small class sizes, we mean small class sizes. So we're not going to throw you in a giant lecture hall with 50, 60 students. We have a little bit more of a one-on-one approach. The class sizes aren't going to be anything higher than 24 students. And as you go throughout your years, those get smaller and smaller. So for example, like your Calculus 1 is only going to be 15 students. Introductory Psychology course is only going to be 22 students. Your engineering projects is going to be about 24. And that's probably the largest that you're going to get. Additionally, when you come to Lawrence Tech, you're going to be given a laptop. That laptop comes pre-downloaded with top-of-the-line software, and that software is valued, generally around anywhere between $20,000 to $50,000. They reach out to businesses to see what they're using. That way, what you're learning on is ready-used, industry-ready software. And it's broken down between what major you're looking to go into. So an architecture and design student's going to have a different laptop than, say, arts and sciences. Same thing with engineering students going to have a different, computer and programming than a business and IT student. At Lawrence Tech, you actually have 4 different colleges. There's the College of Architecture and Design, College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Business and IT, as well as the College of Engineering. So within the College of Architecture and Design, we have a long list of bachelor's programs. We have a direct entry 5-year master's program that you can see. So in 5 years, you graduate with both a bachelor's and master's degree in architecture. We also have various designs such as game, graphic, industrial, and transportation design. But we also have interior architecture as well. Within the College of Arts and Sciences, we have a long list of programs available too. We're going to have your chemistries, your mathematical sciences, physics, technological humanities. We also do have a direct entry master's program with computer science as well. That's what those 2 stars represent. Within computer science, we have various concentrations such as game software development, scientific software development, software engineering, and more. We also do have pre-professional programs that are available as well, such as dental, law, and medical. So if you're looking to go into some sort of dental, law, or medical school, that would be something really interesting to look into. And as I mentioned, we have a master's program in computer science as well. Within the College of Business and IT, it is actually an AACSB accredited program. Only 6% of business schools have actually achieved that, so it's a really stringent accreditation. We have majors available in accounting, finance, general business, IT, and marketing. We also do have master's programs available in business administration and IT as well. Moving on to the College of Engineering. So within the College of Engineering, we were kind of founded as a College of Engineering back in 1932. So we've been at the forefront at leading the education of engineers for almost 80 years at this point. You can see the list of programs available, such as our direct entry architectural engineering program. We also have your mechanicals, your robotics, your electrical engineering, but we do have more exotic ones like audio engineering technology and construction engineering technology and management. We have a long list of master's programs and then 2 doctoral programs in civil and mechanical engineering as well. In terms of the admissions process, you can see to submit for admissions, pretty much all that you're going to need to do is submit your official high school transcripts. We are going to be test optional for fall of 2021 and fall of 2022. So that's not necessary, but we still do recommend sending them in if you have taken it. We review your grade trends as well as the strength of curriculum of your senior schedule. In terms of total cost, so you can actually see listed right here, we're going to be between about $45,000 to $47,000. However, we do have really good scholarships that kind of eat into that. So our academic scholarship, you can see the upper left-hand corner, it's automatically reviewed, but we have a long list of other ones. We are in the NAIA, so we can offer athletic scholarships as well. And I believe I'm running out of time here, so I do want to thank all of you for your time. This is my contact information. You can reach me at smcniff@ltu.edu, also at 248-204-3185. And I really recommend that you check out our virtual visits page as well. You can go to ltu.edu/visits. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Sean. Our 5th college we're going to present is going to be Columbus College of Art and Design. You're muted.
I haven't done that in a while. Thank you. All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Marie, and I'm an admissions counselor with Columbus College of Art and Design located in downtown Columbus, Ohio. So my role as an admissions counselor is to help you through the admissions process. So what does that mean? We help students just like you learn more about your college options and potential career paths. We also help you build a better portfolio for your application to CCAD and also navigate the financial aid process. So now that we know, or now that you know a little bit more about us, we'd really like to learn a bit more about each of you. So if you're watching this on a computer or tablet, just take out your cell phone camera and hold it over this QR code. It will automatically take you to a quick questionnaire where you can tell us a bit more about yourself and your interests. So you may be asking yourself, why Columbus? Why should I call this place my home for 4 years and begin my professional life here? I personally moved to Columbus around 3 years ago now, right after I completed my BFA degree. And I can honestly say it's a wonderful city for young professionals, especially in creative fields. As the fastest growing major metropolitan area in the US, Columbus is one of the top 10 cities for recent college graduates. It's also a really thriving artistic community, and Columbus is home to the International Film and Animation Festival, which is the oldest film festival in the United States. It's also home to the Short North Arts District, which showcases homegrown and international talents. And the indie art scene thrives in old converted warehouses like 400 West Rich and Millworks Art Studios. Not to mention our next door neighbor, the Columbus Museum of Art, which features several different permanent collections as well as rotating exhibits. Also as a bonus, entrance to the museum is free with your CCAD student ID, which I think is awesome. So in addition to Columbus's constantly increasing job market and vibrant art scene, another real benefit of living in Columbus compared to other large creatively focused cities is the affordable cost of living. So as you can see on the screen, living in Columbus is significantly less expensive than living in some of the other major cities listed here. So a little bit more about CCAD. We are a private, nonprofit art and design college, one of the oldest in the country, founded in 1879. Our student to faculty ratio is 9:1, which means that our classes are small enough that you receive personal attention from your professors, but also still large enough that you're able to discuss your work and receive constructive feedback about your pieces. At CCAD, you'll graduate with a BFA or Bachelor's of Fine Arts within your chosen major. So for example, if you decide to major in animation, you'll graduate with a BFA in animation. So in a BFA program, your curriculum is definitely more studio-based, combining your artistic practice with liberal arts courses. At CCAD, about 2/3 of the curriculum is studio-based and 1/3 is based in the liberal arts. All right, so we offer 11 different majors at CCAD, which you can see here, as well as numerous minors and concentrations, including our really popular business minor. You can read more about each major as well as its requirements and view student work for each major on our website at ccad.edu. Something I always like to mention is our application isn't major specific. So for our application, we require your GPA. We also look at an essay. They're really simple. It's 300 to 500 words. There are a few prompts you can choose from. And then we do also require a portfolio as well. Something that I think is really nice is we acknowledge you're coming to CCAD to learn this new major. So we do not require that your portfolio is focused around your intended major. Also, I always like to mention too, CCAD is test optional, so we don't require ACT or SAT scores. So CCAD in the Columbus art scene definitely provides students with chances to network and develop relationships with individuals within the industry. So we know that when it comes to being a successful artist, it's not only about what you know, but also who you know as well. So if you're a student who's interested in writing scripts, you should meet an alumni like Angelo Thomas, an independent filmmaker, screenwriter, and novelist. His film, The Incredible Jake Parker, was released this past September in 2020, and it's based off of a novel that he wrote with the same title. The cover art you can see on the screen is by fellow CCAD animation student, Casey Nkwadu. Maybe you're interested in creating a designer brand, in which case you should meet someone like Susanna Madrid. After graduating from CCAD, Susanna moved to Milano, Italy to pursue her graduate degree in fashion design. While she was there, she had the opportunity to design shoes for Neil Barrett, and that was when she fell in love with the design and production process of creating these designer pieces. So Susanna was inspired to launch her own luxury shoe line that embodies the made in Italy artistry and craftsmanship that she so admires. Her shoes are currently sold at Printemps in Paris and online at susannamadrid.com. You can also find them at the Thread Boutique in Grandview, Ohio, if you're in the area. Another CCAD alumni you should definitely look into if you're interested in animation is Dan Scanlon, who has directed Disney animations like Onward, Monsters University, and then other Disney features as well. Meeting the right people can definitely change the entire course of your career development. So if CCAD sounds like a good fit for you, and if you haven't already, please scan this QR code and we will be in touch with you soon. And thank you all so much for joining us today. Here's our contact information. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us at admissions@ccad.edu, and we really hope to hear from you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Marie. Now we're going to go over to our last school of the evening, and that is Pennsylvania College of Art and Design.
Hi everyone. Thank you for having me here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. My name is Tressa Varner, and I represent the Pennsylvania College of Art and Design. We are a four-year undergraduate college in the arts. We were founded in 1982 by artists who got together and decided they wanted to have a college focused on just the arts in Lancaster, PA. So that's east of Ohio. It's east of Pittsburgh. It's closer to Philadelphia. So we offer four-year degrees, BFAs in animation and game art, fine art, graphic design, illustration, photography and video, and live experience design starting next fall. We really consider ourselves a micro college where total enrollment is under 300, and we're located, as I said, in Lancaster. So So Lancaster is about 4 hours away from Pittsburgh. It's located in the eastern part of the state, close to Philadelphia and Baltimore and New York City, as well as Washington. So Lancaster is a small city. It's an old city, and it's a really great place to study. And then you can just hop on a train and go to some of the larger cities to look at art and to see work in your field that you're studying. We have a very small teacher to student ratio. We have like usually about 10 students to each teacher, which allows, again, like some of the other colleges have presented, great mentorship opportunities. All of our studios are state of the art. This is one of our digital imaging studios with Cintiq tablets. All of our professors are working artists and designers in their fields. And they really serve as your mentor. They're your faculty, but also they're your mentor. And because we're located in Lancaster on the East Coast, it's really easy to, we take a lot of trips. Professors will go and we'll go into different galleries or visit different animation studios to start to network in the field. When you start at the Pennsylvania College of Art and Design, your first year is what we call a foundation year. So it's where all the students, all the freshmen come together and they have a full year where they're really experiencing all the different majors and different techniques and materials and technologies that our college has to offer. Because, you know, when you're just depending on which high school you went to or which city you live in, you may not have had much experience with animation or game art. And so this is a perfect time to really get to know your peers and really create this strong foundation. Starting off your 4-year experience. So we also offer liberal arts. Majority of our courses are all studio based, but we do have liberal arts. And then we also offer minors. So you can say, for example, get your BFA in graphic design, and you can get a minor in, say, animation or in esports management, as well as business and creative industries. So here's some of our departments. We have, like I said, animation and game art. So you dive into a concentration your sophomore year. It could be visual development, environmental modeling or level design, character animation for film or games. Here's an example, some student work where you're doing digital sculpting and rendering. We have a fine arts major. So this is for so this is a little bit more self-directed. So it can be sculpture, it can look multimedia. You combine photography with drawing and painting. Here's an example, some student work as an installation. And you really are gearing yourself to be an exhibiting artist in galleries. Graphic design is another major. So, you know, graphic design is really everywhere. So it's from products to poster design to branding of companies. So here's some examples of some product design made from some of our students. So you learn advanced web design, publication design, motion graphics, user interface, and packaging. That's an example. We also have a major in illustration where you're really like, it's very, you're telling a story. So there's 2 different tracks that you can take within this major. One is the contemporary track, which is typography and pattern designs and giftware illustrations. And then your classical track is more representational storytelling, painting, narrative image making. So here's some examples of some of the class highlights: creating visual mood, illustrated word, visual storytelling. We also have a photography and video major. So you can, there's also different tracks within this major. You can be, say, for example, you can focus on documentary photography or video, or you can just take fine art photography and plan on being a gallery working, you know, and showing your work in galleries and museums. There's also like fashion photography and sports photography as well that are offered. Some examples. Next year, we're going to have live experience design that's coming soon. And that's more of like, so for example, if you're, if you're going to how do you produce like a large halftime shows or really large all encompassing performances that take in all the senses. So we're located in Lancaster. When we don't have traditional dorms, we own different apartment buildings throughout the city. And so when after you've been accepted, you decide what type of housing you would prefer. And then you meet with our housing referral service, and then we find the exact place for you. Here's some examples of some of the apartments. Some are studio based. Some are 1 and 2 and 3 bedroom. Here's some examples. Prince Street and North Market Street apartments. And then we're located right in downtown Lancaster, right in the heart of their arts district. It's a really arts focused town, a lot of great galleries and cafes. If you're interested in getting some more information or for applying, you can just go to pcat.edu/apply, go to our admissions pages, and you can start filling out the for an undergraduate application degree. We typically have a $40 application fee, but for now, that's been waived just because of everything that's been going on. Here is, you can either put in apply APP now 2021, or when you go to apply, it will automatically, the fee waiver code will automatically populate. So we do need a portfolio. And so you would submit that online as well. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you really much, Bonnie. And thank you to all 6 of our schools for presenting tonight on their schools. With the minute or 2 we have left, I'd invite all our panelists to come back on and really quickly just share one favorite event or tradition on campus. Unfortunately, we did have a school that had to leave early, so Lawrence Tech will not be in our panel, but everyone else, you can just present in the order that you originally went in and tell us your favorite tradition.
Hi there, Lauren from Michigan Tech again. I mentioned it in my presentation, but Winter Carnival, hands down. There's only so much you can do with all that snow, and we do everything you can. So it's a blast, and it's a great way to get students outside and having fun with what's there.
I would say for UCD, it would probably be what we would call the colors match. So we have a big rowing match against a friendly rival down the road. So that's always a good time. We have sports, they look a little different with rowing and camogie and hurling, but yeah, that would probably be my favorite.
At Goldsmiths, we do put a lot of focus on our creative programs. So I think some of the more fun events we put on or help put on are Pure Gold, which is our music festival. It's like a London-based music festival. We also have the London International Film and Theater Festivals, which we both help put on. So there's tons of different events all around London, and Goldsmiths has a really big hand in those.
One of my favorite things is every year CCED has a fashion show where professionals from the fashion industry in Columbus sort of jury fashion show, and it's a really great opportunity for seniors to show off their senior collection that they've made throughout the year. So that's probably my favorite.
Hi, definitely my favorite event is our senior exhibition at the end of the year. So all the seniors come together, and they actually take over the entire school, and they install their work, and it is an amazing time, and people from all over the city and surrounding cities come. So it's a great time.
Well, thank you all so much for sharing your favorite parts about your universities and schools. And I encourage students to reach out to learn more. So thank you all so much for joining this evening. When you close out of this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey that we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. This was just one of many different sessions being hosted, so please be sure to sign up for additional sessions either later this evening or for tomorrow. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as all the other sessions recordings, on the same website in which you used to register for this. Thank you all, and thank you to our presenters, and have a great night, everyone.